2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all away when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Fighting through pressure, flushed out right. Fights forward at the 20, and he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Opted to run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. This will be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a side.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up a touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. That'll be caught by Cup. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford on third down. Work in the middle. Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
Now left side on the swing pass. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Flush to his right. There he goes, right side. He may go. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford. He'll get this. Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dancing to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson rolling to his left. Just keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On the counter, here's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
To throw on second down is Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. On first down, it's Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 39 yards. And the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down. So we'll have to see what that's about.
What's the deal, y'all?
So they say he went out of bounds, came back in, then touched the football.
Can't be the first guy to touch it when you come back in bounds. That's why the penalty goes against him. Have to know where you are on the field.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And so far, in terms of putting points on the scoreboard, it's been defense 2, offense nothing. But they'll have a chance to put together a first scoring drive this go-around. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Now Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more. And they turn the pick six into a pick eight with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have this.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the 50, Stafford.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now here come the Ravens. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now Jackson. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he sheds himself free. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be third and long. So it's halftime here on Sports Grandest Stage.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kickstarted things going in the opposite direction.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Now after that sack, now some trickery. They fake the spike. Steps away to his left. Incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Oh, that was taking a big risk there. They faked the spike, hoping to catch a defense napping, and they weren't. In the end, this does wind up stopping the clock, but now you're looking at a 4th down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now it's Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Buying time to his left.
And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, so that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And he loses the football a 2nd time, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Jackson now steps away.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gapped.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest. I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down and 4. To throw is Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, no reason not to. Convert. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stafford looks to throw again. Pass complete there to McCool. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Roquan Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
But that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong. Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
One last throw here for Stafford. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.